I was honestly gonna cover Daniel versus Johan at first, but let's be honest, seeing as though I've already made a YouTube video about it, and it has also just become general consensus that Daniel would beat Johan 9 times out of 10, I don't really think there's any more reason to cover that fight. So instead, seeing as though Daniel would win 9 times out of 10, why don't we look at how Johan would win that one fight? This, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call the life crisis argument. It has its prerequisites, which are unlikely, but that's the main reason it would happen only 1 out of 10 times, right? The life crisis argument goes as follows. Johan's path functions in a way which allows him to imbue every strike with numerous strike arcs, that which Daniel is implied to be able to read. If you seek further elaboration on Daniel and Johan's paths, check out my page. Chapter 577 highlights the mental strain Daniel's path inflicts on him, with Daniel himself saying, "It took a tremendous amount of focus. I never thought using the 5 senses could be this exhausting. Not just the stamina drain, but the mental strain is ridiculous. I'm gonna need a lot of training to get used to it." This pretty much bolsters the idea that him reading his opponent's movements is, though powerful, a very straining ability, meaning even if trained, in a fight against someone like Peichon who throws attacks over and over again with endless resilience, Daniel could realistically be pushed out of his path before getting the job done and taking down his opponent. So the prerequisite for this 1 out of 10 scenario to happen would obviously be Johan knowing how Daniel's path works, but if Johan theoretically was aware of the danger of pushing Daniel to a life crisis situation, but also knew of the focal toll Daniel's path takes on him, could he theoretically spend the first half of the fight throwing nothing burger attacks? We're talking napkin kicks that do virtually no damage, but are solely aimed at pushing Daniel out of his path without putting him in a situation of crisis, and then once Daniel's out of his path, proceed to overwhelm him and actually beat him. This would be the life crisis argument.